All right, looks like we're live on YouTube also. What's up, YouTube? Let's see how this is. You always got to refresh. Audio's good, thank you. I'm going to copy the URL into the header. Give some time, let some more people come in. Let's go ahead and send some intro music. All right, I got some intro music there. All right, I'm gonna throw the URL for the YouTube stream in the IG header. Did just get a text asking if I was going live too, so. Let's see here. All right. All right, YouTube's in the header of the IG now. Letting this intro music ride out a little bit. I'm gonna paste it into Facebook too, let people know what's up. The still frame it got, I look like an idiot. Oh well. That's hashtag Corona, cause why not? Oh, Steve's in here. What's up, Steve? Okay. I'll give you a wave. Boom. Boom. I waved at Steven guy. I did. What's up, dude? Hope you're doing well, dude. Chico's in there. What's up, Chico? You get the wave, bro. If you're watching this on YouTube, we have some really mellow intro music going right now. It's pretty good. But I'm gonna fade it out. I'll let like 2 or 3 more people get in, and then we'll start rambling. So transition. So we may or may not have a caller today. That's up in the air right now. But we'll see. We'll see if we get him. How's my audio? Anybody else? Does it sound good? Man, I was just on Instagram and haven't really played with YouTube Live. Yeah, if you click the link in the bio of our IG, it'll take you straight to the YouTube Live. I've actually been, thank you on the audio. I've actually been doing a lot more YouTube Live, and I think I might move it over to Facebook. I can stream key in to go live on both Facebook and YouTube. But really, because I've already done quite a bit of Facebook living, I wanted to stream more on YouTube just to kind of get just more used to it, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know why I was just doing that, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna start doing this on Facebook. Anyway, I was just cruising through. Where's your audience most? Isn't that the question? Where is the audience? No, it's definitely on Instagram. I mean, Instagram, I think we'll get the same with Facebook, whereas like we only have a few subscribers on YouTube. So I think Facebook probably would get us the most views right off the bat, just because people like the page, more people like the page than subscribe to our YouTube. Plus, I think we get our viewer right now is more people we know and kind of common, like whatever, clients, friends of friends, stuff like that. So right now, our main viewers are kind of people we know. So I think, I think Facebook would be probably a good, maybe next week I'll start going live on Facebook. But I did link it in Facebook. We would definitely get more viewers. I mean, poll your followers. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'll do. I'm making note of that. We're going to poll them. Poll the followers. Yeah, and I think most of the people, like I said, knowing the people who are tuning in, most of the people tuning in aren't as common of YouTubers as like they are Facebookers. So, which I think that's a lot of people. I mean, how many people actually YouTube and either create for YouTube or interact with YouTube consistently? I mean, obviously I do, but you know, as far as like the casual audience, and I mean, we get some like industry specific type people that follow us, so there'll be some video creators that have been popping up, but yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely stream it out to Facebook on this next one, I think. Well, and even those test streams we were doing before we went to New York, we were getting more views on just me sitting and editing than I've gotten on any of these live streams. So, but anyway, I was just on Instagram. I'm gonna try to keep this at 30. So it's 1:44. I think I started like 5 or 6 minutes ago. So I'm gonna try to keep it tight to 30. It's like 2:15. I'm wrapping this up. But I was just on Instagram, and all these Corona numbers, they kind of make you feel. If you want to see the thinking in real time, that's awesome. Yeah, exactly right. Well, and that's funny. I was a few minutes late, but then I realized I was on time, and I was about to send the live, and I realized my shirt was on backwards. So right as I set and right before I hit the live, I had to flip my shirt around. So that was the couple extra minutes that we were late. But yeah, on Instagram right now, all these Corona numbers flying around, they definitely make you feel like a number. And obviously, like if you were in those tested positive or COVID numbers, then you probably really feel like that. Oh, I definitely don't have pants on. No, there are no clothing rules in quarantine. Yeah, exactly. Which is funny. Every time I've streamed, I've wore the same black shirt and hat. And honestly, right when I get done, I take it off. I lay it over the couch, and so this shirt's going on its third episode. So, but yeah, I don't wear pants when I do this. That's for sure. And this one, I actually am sitting. So this is good. I felt like I was kind of talking too quickly standing, and I like to pace when I talk if I'm standing. So I was already having a hard time like sitting still anyway. So yeah, quarantine wardrobe, it's like, dude, if you put pants on in the day, you're doing pretty well. And I think I'm on what week is this? 5th week quarantining. I don't know about you guys. Anybody got me beat? What's up, Javi, dude? What's up? I pulled my daughter out of school a little early. So we've been in, I think it's 5 weeks. I don't even know what the standard is anymore, but we were a week ahead. And outside of a couple Home Depot runs and like grocery pickups and stuff like that, I mean, we've been locked down. Which brings me back to what I was saying with Instagram. I was looking at those COVID numbers. Whatever, I don't have a good grasp on that. But I'm flipping through, and then somebody's like, "Thank you so much, 30,000 or 30,000 followers." Still working 40. Steve's still putting those 40s in, bro. Sweatpants and a t-shirt is my... Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. The other guys. What's up, other guys? 702 local dudes. All right, that's cool. Vegas. All right, Vegas is in the building. But yeah, I'm looking at the COVID numbers, just kind of rolling through Instagram, and somebody's like, "Thanks so much for 30,000 followers. We've hit 30K. Thanks so much." And it's a creator. I'm not going to put anybody on blast, but it's funny. Like I can recall following this guy pretty early, because he was doing cool work, doing a lot of video tutorial type stuff. And then now he's at 30K, and he's thankful for 30K, which is cool. And I guess that's the mode, but man, nothing makes you feel like a number like that. I mean, I don't know. I think it's okay to not recognize that. I mean, are people like, yes, I'm a part of 30,000 of your followers? Or like, you know, it's not even a humble brag. It's just a flex, I feel like. It's like kind of saying, hey, thanks for following me. But it's also like, look at all my followers. So I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if this does anything for me when I see somebody do that. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm like, oh, I'm 30,000 of the people that look at your stuff and double tap. Yeah, it's a flex to their close friends. Or he's in like a network of like, you know, I say a network, but he's like buds with a bunch of other like video creator guys. Yeah, 30K email list. Yeah, I'll take that. But it's probably that's what it is. It's a flex to his buddies, not bragging to the people they don't know. Right. Or like my point too is I was maybe a couple hundred of his followers, you know, like I felt like I found him kind of early in some of the early stuff he was creating. And you can always see people kind of go through like their evolution of creating stuff and trying to figure out what they're doing. And so all of a sudden 30,000, I don't know, especially as an early follower, I felt like that didn't do much for me. I guess if you were the 30,000th, you'd be like, yes, 30K, I got this guy to 30K. But then also that call for like, hey guys, get us to whatever, 100,000. We're whatever, a couple hundred away from 100,000. You know, you're like campaigning for followers. I don't know. I guess let your content kind of do that. Could also be quick content. Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, I'm coming up on this. It gives me something to make content. Oh, what's up, Mo? Mo's in the building. I think Siler was in meetings, but Siler said he might if he gets a chance to request in here, request live. But I wanted to get Mo and Chris, both of you guys at least at one point, to go live with me. And some of the cool video features in Instagram are awesome. I don't know if you guys mess with the face, I guess like FaceTime messaging. It's in your DMs in Instagram, but Siler and I were doing it the other day, and you know, you can pull up a piece of content and discuss it, which actually made me think about so you can share a video with your viewers. You do all the filter stuff. We got a filter. So you can do all the filter stuff. I was like this one for some reason, I don't know. But see, it's got the question marks, so I'm gonna have to test that. But it'd be fun just live with Instagram. I know we're on YouTube too. And because I get more interaction in Instagram, I generally refer a lot more to this camera. But yeah, we were able to share content, discuss what we were looking at. So, you know, I just started saving. I have like a bunch of saved collections, but I was able to just pull them up quickly from my collections. And him and I were like looking at them and discussing them all while we're video chatting. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And, you know, if I'm late to the game and it's a feature for IG Live, you know, that's something I'll probably incorporate into these. But I do have like a couple items coming that'll make this a little bit more doable between multiple streams and me kind of producing and keeping the streams going. But yeah, that feature is really cool. Oh, we got some YouTube viewers. Yes. Oh, we got to tell them thanks for watching. What did I order? I ordered a gang of stuff. I mean, we have plenty of things to go live with and to be able to do this. And generally when we're doing live, the on-cam talent is not us. So usually I'm able to kind of play the producer role or director role. And obviously in this case, uh, I am kind of doing all of it and then referring to my notes, pulling up some links, stuff like that. But let me tell you. So I got a soundboard so I can link in multiple. I feel like my YouTube stream, like my light's a little hot on my face. If anybody's watching YouTube, let me know. But see, and that's what you got to do, kind of just cross check. But I think, like Chico said, when you tune into stuff like this, real time thinking and figuring out and talking through it, you know, I think people are into that. So this is what I ordered. This is a great mic right here. This is an old school mic. It's like 20 years old, but I really love it and it works great. I got the Shure SM7B cardioid dynamic microphone. And in short, it's like the Joe Rogan microphone. It's like the podcasting microphone. Everybody's using that one. See, my delay on YouTube is quite a bit, so I probably won't get that feedback for a little bit. And then I got a Behringer. It's a premium 16 input mixer. And then I have a USB audio interface in that. So I can do up to like 8 channels. And then I got 8-channel high power headphones mixing and distribution. So then when we're actually, how much money are all these things? Is that the question? Let me see. I mean, the mic, the Shure mic, the Rogan mic is right now it's $400. It was $500. And then I got a 8-channel high power headphones mixing distribution amp. So pretty much what we can do is in studio, you see this with like podcasts and stuff like that. But once we get set free here and I can get some people actually in the studio, we'll be able to hear each other through our headphones. So I'll be able to run not only like really great audio from them, but we can both headphone up and like hear all the audio going on. So not only like just me and a guest or me and one other person, but also, you know, if I play intro music, if I pull up a reference on YouTube, you know, showing whatever we're showing, whether it's a video clip or something else, but I'll be able to not only stream that into our YouTube feed or Facebook feed, but then also, you know, they'll hear everything. So it's like live monitoring, you know, live audio, and then, you know, multiple inputs and outputs for all those things. Oh, I touched my face. I think that's my first time. And then what else did I get? Oh, I got an Apple iOS. It's a Rode SC6-L dual input Lightning mobile interface. So then what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to take this. So let's say I get a request to be in my live stream, which right now, if you're watching YouTube, I have a Rode shotgun mic heading into my phone. So if somebody requested live right now, I can go to my handy H6 recorder right here, put this audio hot, and I did test it before this. It should sound good. But now I'll be able to run my audio from my live stream directly into the whole interface. So if somebody did come in live, ultimately my goal is, at least on the cut downs, is to screen record the live feed. If somebody's actually going live with me on Instagram, I'll be able to show that visual, at least in the cut downs in post. You know, when you're talking about like building out content, you know, you got the longer form, that's kind of this. The reason I do this live is because, you know, podcasts are fun and stuff like that, but this is actually live now. It's going to go live to YouTube, going to go live here. This allows me to like not cut any of my actual sit down editing time in a longer form kind of piece, which you can do these things quickly, but still everything takes time. So, and I, you know, it's client work before all else. And then, you know, we can do our internal stuff, but now it's like, I'll go live every Monday and, you know, I'll have this longer form piece I can cut down. But some of these things will just add kind of like that production value, which, you know, we were talking about quality and production value and people having a little bit more of a forgiveness for like production quality, but when you're talking about being video production house team, creative team, whatever, we want to flex some of that capability. So, and then I just got a variety of like cables. And I mean, this is stuff that's kind of always been on the radar, but we just haven't had the need for the in-studio mics. As when we've done other live streams, we're using, what do we got? I don't see it close, but we're using lav mics. Those are Sennheiser mics. Those are amazing mics. And our audio's always been great with those, but generally we've done sit down live interviews or walk and talks. And so if I'm actually running it through OBS or through the computer, we'll run the lav mics into the H6 and then, add the source in OBS. But sorry, I'm probably getting rambly on this stuff, and then for the phone audio, this simple like blue mic, which is a really nice mic. For now, this is what I'm using. So you can kind of see where I like that angle. Forgiveness of production quality, better than saying lower quality. Well, exactly. And with content now, we're finding the content of the content is what is ultimate. So like that adding value or telling a story, and I think in this case with our live streams, we can do a little bit of both, and it'll revolve around video production world, photo, video, animation, whatever, social content, and then, stuff like this is fun too. And then it's, also a capability we've had and done at a professional level. So, yeah, now that the camera's turned and it's on me, yeah, creatives probably don't like hearing lower quality. Yeah, definitely not. And neither do potential clients. So I would say that the quality term I always use, it stays away from lower quality, but more like what the expectation of quality might be. And, a lot of stuff where we're coming in with nice cams and shooting events and stuff, a lot of the shot list stuff, a lot of times still calls for vertical shots and phone shots and stuff too, that clients can kind of quickly throw to their IG story or whatever. So, and although and I think this has evolved a lot after like Jesse Driftwood type vertical edits on IG stories, is I've always liked those higher quality vertical IG stories. 'Cause they don't surprise you as much anymore, but, yeah, now I think, I don't think people are looking for that as much. I mean, brands and stuff still, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see in a couple weeks. And that was another thing I was going to get to is, we were talking about last week and the week before, excuse me, all about effectiveness, need to be able to measure and pivot based on your goals. Yeah, exactly. And, last week and the week before we were talking about, well, yeah, in your professional opinion and experienced opinion. But the last couple of weeks we were talking about redelivering the message of understanding the situation and that people are home and trying to make things that are still fun and interactive. And I think now is a little bit more of a pivot. We're kind of right in the middle of it. 2 weeks out of our we still don't have like an end date, I guess. So, but we're 2 weeks out of our supposed quarantine, at least here in Nevada. But yeah, now it's more pivoting to what are we gonna say and what's opening up and what's happening. I mean, I'd still be pretty surprised if things are back up and operating in 2 weeks. I mean, I feel like the quarantine's going to extend a little bit, and then we might start talking more about that. But I'm only in discussions with clients that I work with and people that I work with, and so I know what they're doing. But as far as like a broader scale, I mean, unless there's insight and government relationships within agencies or companies, I can't imagine anybody has like a really great like plan coming out just yet. especially like not really knowing when people are going to be traveling again and stuff. But yeah, I think that's kind of the next move is, how do you pivot and start talking about what's up, Carl? Pivot and start looking towards the future. And I've seen that a lot more. I know like NBA, at least what I've seen recently, NBA is talking about starting a season around Christmas. NFL hasn't really. Yeah, there's definitely phases. And that was one of the things we were talking about is, as far as coming back into a restaurant, yeah, by industry. Yeah, exactly. So let's talk culinary, coming back into a restaurant, I think people are going to need to see and understand how that place and that restaurant is. Lighting looks good from YouTube. Thank you. Anyway, people are going to have to, brands, culinary, restaurant, whatever. A restaurant's going to have to let people know, hey, this is what we're doing. A capacity of 300 is not going to be filling. They might not, just for the fact that people aren't coming back yet, but they're going to have to change like standards, obviously. Sit people, space things out, stagger people coming in. A 300 person restaurant, it might be 100 and 150. And I have no insight on all this. I'm just freestyling. But you're going to have to find a way to let people know how you're going about things safely, what precautions you're taking, how you're taking care of the restaurant, or how the staff is handling themselves. Anyway, I think social is an opportunity to do that. But even in person, like if you show up somewhere, I don't know about you guys, but if you show up somewhere, like I heard a story about Home Depot. I feel like I'm always talking about Home Depot, but somebody just went to Home Depot. They were telling me about how they pulled up and just saw the line outside, and now Home Depot's staggering people every 6 feet. They're only letting so many people in at a time, and but he didn't really understand. There was no one out there saying, hey, this is what we're doing. Go stand behind that guy. Go stand 6 feet behind that guy. And we're letting 20 people in the store only at a time, or whatever that number is. And so it was like socially kind of awkward and confusing. And we talked about this with the high five situation is, getting back to like normalcy, not really high fiving or, but the same thing will have to happen like per, restaurant or live event or whatever. There's going to have to be like really good communication on how things are coming back and what those, like you mentioned, those phases, what those phases are. Like, hey, for now we're staggering people, seating people far away from each other. So, but I did take a little poll on IG here. What did we? Oh, I just did. What are people most looking forward to coming back? And I think the other thing I'm gonna do on this even just this next stream, we'll see. That gear's supposed to be in the next week, but once I get that, I want to do live call-ins. I know some people are hesitant to go like FaceTime live, but I think I can get more people involved. And that's what I like is the banter kind of between the viewer and the host, I guess. That's kind of fun. But anyway, the question is, who we got in here? Let me see who we got in here. So the question I asked was family, friends, sports, music. What do we say? What will be your first live event after quarantine? Obviously depends on like these phases, but if everything went back to normal, kind of right now, I guess that's how I asked it was, if everything went back to normal right now, what would you be most looking forward to? And I guess I'll answer mine after. I got to think about it. I didn't really think about this for myself. Being at so many different live events and going to so many different live events, working them, I kind of get my fix. while I'm working, honestly. We're cutting videos at whether it's concerts or festivals or restaurants or cocktail parties. I kind of get in the mix quite a bit, just even while I'm working. So anyway, the question is, what will be your first live event after quarantine? And we got like quite a few answers, so that was pretty cool. I'll just read a few of the ones that we kind of grabbed. So we have family get together. Obviously, that's a great one. And that's one of those socially awkward things right now. Going to my parents' house, parents coming by in here. We've had like 5 quarantine birthdays in the family. So, we go to their house, decorate their house. They come to our house, decorate our house. And we kind of do it in a way. In some occasions, we're surprising each other. In other occasions, we're like, hey, we're outside, come out and wave. And then we'll chat with each other outside. And it just feels kind of crazy with, if you've been quarantined, if your family member's been quarantined, it's weird to kind of still keep the distance. Everybody's good, but still just playing it safe. But yeah, family get-togethers, man. I've really been thinking about that lately. It's like I'd love to just, summer's coming up, the weather's getting nice. I want to get out and barbecue, man, and just chill. And maybe I can attest that maybe I took that for granted. Especially as much as maybe our family does usually get together. Now I'm like, man, you're really going to cherish those barbecues and stuff. So I think Chris left the chat, but he said Zach Brown band with Carrie. I wonder if he already has tickets. If he jumps back in, let us know if you have tickets or if that's just a hopeful one. I mean, right now, I still on our docket. It's April 13th. I have a gig first week of June. We're working a convention. And as of right now, we're still working it. We're working like multiple little parties around the convention. And sounds like we might get a chance to go up in a helicopter, do some cool aerial stuff. But right now, that first week of June, it's still on. So we're hoping for that. And then most of our traveling works can push back. So we had tickets for Vegas end of March. Ah, bummer, dude. I'm sure that just totally got canceled, right? Oh, and then Steve rebooking his Vegas trip in general. Yeah, like it's hard to still put a date on that Vegas trip. I think Steve was saying you guys would have been here like this week, right, in Vegas. And it's like you try to rebook, but really right now it's like we don't know what we can book or look forward to. We got that gig in June, and then first week of July, I'm supposed to be going up Northwest. And as of right now, that's still on. And waiting for the refund. Yeah. I imagine ticket companies are having it was draft weekend, right? Well, and I was stoked on the draft. Man, the way they were going to do that was awesome. Well, and is there any word of, they were going to do some type of online draft, right? Imagine being a draftable prospect right now, and your whole life you've been waiting to get into the NFL, and you've been watching other dudes get drafted, and in your mind you can see how it plays out for you. And then now it's like, I mean, you're still blessed you're going to get drafted. That's still amazing, but the draft experience is going to be quite a bit different than it's ever been. The one thing for me too is, man, this is talking about going to live events, but man, this quarantine would be different if there was live, or just we could watch a basketball game, or like the Lakers, man. If we just watch a basketball game, or baseball season was just getting going. Oh, dude, senior in college baseball. I already hit up my college and gave some love to the dudes that couldn't play the season. But I was thinking about that too. Is like, man, what a bummer this would be, prepping for your season the whole time, like leading up to your season. And I mean, certainly, I don't know what the NCAA. My cousin who wrestles was telling me that at least class wise, they were talking about. I don't know if he's in here. But at least class-wise, they were talking about making everything pass-fail. But he didn't. I don't think he gave me any input on like what they were going to do for for sports and athletics. But are we given, well, like baseball? Spring break trips were done. They're in the thick of their season. So as far as like what I understand eligibility to be, they would, if the season gets canceled, unless they're redeeming it or, offering that eligibility back to athletes, they would have spent that eligibility. But NCAA is going to have to do something. They're going to have to figure that out. I mean, that's tricky. All of a sudden you give guys eligibility, or girls, whatever, athletes eligibility, and then other people coming in. Yeah, rumor was giving them another year, which that's interesting. Then what about seniors in high school? Especially, I guess baseball's one. Man, what if your breakout season was this year? I mean, obviously you can't anticipate that, but like also you're a senior, you finally grew into your body a little bit, get a little more comfortable and confident. Winter sports didn't get that. Yeah, for spring sports. Well, I was just saying spring sports because they're in the thick of it, And so, like, the eligibility for the season, if you were playing regularly, would be washed based off, like, standard scenario and rules. But, yeah, if I get live sports back, man, it would have been really fun to be watching, baseball, college baseball, hoops right now is exciting. Anyway, other live events people chimed in on. A Dodger game, of course. I guess that brings up mine too. I was thinking about, my son is 8 months old. It's like, as of right now, I can't think of. Oh, what's up, Jeremy? What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. But right now, talking about a Dodger game, I can't. It's not gonna be this summer. But just thinking about being able to take my kids to a baseball game, especially just like a Dodger game, going to LA and, doing some of the childhood experiences I had, and then college football coming up in the fall, which what I've heard with the NFL is that they're, as far as being fall sports, like football is still going to happen. And I think that'll be the thing. Americans will get moving again if you threaten to move football around. But what's some other? There's a softball game. Definitely baseball is my first event. Cubs or Aviators. Nice, yes. Yeah, baseball, dude, for sure. Like getting out to a baseball game, like, man, when you think about it, it's like overwhelming what an experience it would be to be in normal circumstances in a stadium with a beer at a baseball game, man. That would just be awesome. We got a softball game here. This is from a softball player, so that makes sense. Crystal Megan, actually, she's really talented. I just started following her a few months ago. She does, I think it's the Chicago Sky. She commented on here. She does content for the Chicago Sky, if you want to check her out. She does some really cool, like, obviously sports videos and stuff. And she said, where did it go? She said a WNBA game, of course. And I mentioned getting out to some UNLV games even this year. All of a sudden, I'm like, man, I got to get out some Rebel games. Anyway, check back to Crystal Megan. She does some really cool videos. Check her out at Crystal Megan, I think is what it is. But it looks like she does content for the Chicago Sky, which is pretty cool. What's up, you guys? Got a few other people in here. Let me just make sure I got her handle right. Yeah, and I think the Corona stories that are going to come out of this are going to be really intense and amazing, I think. Yeah, Chicago Sky, video editor and sports creative. Anyway, I appreciate you guys answering that stuff. It's just kind of interesting to see. And then here's from a couple bots. I got, there was a bot that just said, "Oh, hi." And so that was confusing. And then what will your first live event be after quarantine? Another bot said, like drones. And that's all they said. That didn't make any sense, but they're bots. But thank you guys for replying on that. That was pretty cool. And then family together. I mean, we just saw a lot of people saying, getting together with their family. And, I haven't really seen any specifics on, what, like I said, I'm quarantined. My dad came by yesterday. I'm quarantined. He's super quarantined. 4 or 5 weeks now for both of us. Real responsible about where we go and what we're doing. And then, but we're still kind of waiting on what we got to do next, But I'm definitely anxious for more like updates. I'm anxious to get back to live events, not only just for work and our clients' sake and the industry and the economy's sake, but I think we're all realizing how much like those things matter and how much we enjoy those. So I know the first couple things on my docket, like I said, if we get to a Dodger game, I'll be stoked. And, I'm real anxious to just even go camping. I just want to get on the road, honestly, and take my family somewhere fun, somewhere in nature. I mean, the other thing I've realized too is it's been a bit of both. Like for me, and this is kind of how I work anyway, is, I'm either on the road shooting or at a gig shooting, or I'm in the studio, which is also on campus at my home. So I'm either on the road and like hyper involved, or we watched the Thunderbirds fly over at my mom's and sister's. Yeah, the Thunderbirds were awesome. Man, I had this amazing shot. And if people aren't locals, the Thunderbirds are Nellis Air Force Base. The Thunderbirds flew in formation around the city, and they went by all the hospitals and giving respect to like first responders and people affected. And I've seen some amazing shots. And actually, maybe after this, I'll post the shot I got. But I was just in my neighborhood, and we have these big trees. Yeah, it was weird seeing them. Oh, okay. So you had that experience where you went to your folks' house, and we were saying the same thing. And I saw this on Easter. This will be the last thing, and then I'll wrap it up. But I saw this on Easter where just down the street at an elementary school, I saw like 25 cars, or maybe that's exaggerated, but it was 10 or 15 cars. It was a lot of cars and a ton of people. And some people sitting in their cars. Everybody was spread out. And then I saw like a couple signs or something. And I put it together. This family met up in a parking lot and did like a tailgate Easter just down the street from my house. And I thought, wow, that's a neat idea. And it's kind of what you're saying, where you went to your mom's house. And it's like, okay, we're here. We still got to kind of keep our distance. But that's the thing, right? As long as we're not like hugging each other and getting all weird, we can have a barbecue and hang out, I think, right? I don't know. Especially, if people are smart about it. I mean, you really have to be smart about things. But I guess once I have a better grasp and understanding of like the numbers, but I'm going to give it like another week, obviously the 2 weeks of quarantine. And then, I'm excited to see, people talking about getting back and getting going again. I personally don't have anyone directly related, or even that I know firsthand that has tested positive or had like an experience with the coronavirus. But so maybe somebody out there hearing me says, "Oh, it's easy for you to say," or whatever. But as far as like the people I'm talking to, also have kind of a similar opinion. So yeah, it'll be good to get back to things. But like I said, I'm excited to get back to a Dodger game. I was saying the Thunderbird shot. So I got up on my brick wall and I can see the stratosphere from my house. And I caught one of those Thunderbirds kind of late, and I seen him go over the strip. And I get my camera up and I hit the button to bring it back live. And as my camera goes live, I see it pass through my viewfinder there, and I hit record, and all I got was the contrail. So I totally missed the shot. I had the coolest shot that I saw, that I've seen, and I missed it. And then actually, I didn't realize they were following each other on the strip. I thought that was just a single plane. And so I put my camera down to see if I maybe got it in the shot, and I look up, and then another plane just went right by in the same shot. If I would have just been holding the shot, I would have got the shot, but I didn't get the shot. And but there were a lot of really cool photos and stuff. I saw those planes flying around. But that was pretty cool. I always love seeing flyovers and stuff. But anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap it. Like I said, the things I'm looking most forward to is really a road trip. A road trip would be super fun, but I would take a ball game or just something out with the family, or even just getting my family out to a park. The kids would just love to go play at a park right now. So anyway, I'll be live every Monday on YouTube and IG Live. I'm gonna stick with this, and you'll see the production value get better. I got a couple people lined up to like call in and FaceTime in, and then we'll be doing little cut downs from this stuff. So if anybody has any ideas or wants to share content with me that you either like, don't like, or just interesting topics, like feel free to DM me on Instagram, hit me up on YouTube. You can email me, and then you could even text or call me at 702-487-1278. All right, thanks for jumping in, guys. I'll talk to you later. And then we're gonna wrap the YouTube here. We're still live on YouTube. Let's play some outro music. I'm gonna play some outro music if you're on YouTube right now. We got anybody in here? 46 minutes, not bad. Okay, not bad. This is extra content you didn't pay for. Okay, this is the good stuff right here. So we're gonna come in live with a little bit of music here. There it is. There it is. Let me monitor my audio here. Wow. Okay. See, I'm excited to just do YouTube and make IG Live like my secondary, because then I can do a lot more of this stuff, Anyway, YouTube, appreciate you. We'll be live every Monday, and it'll be Mondays. It'll be on IG at Made Good Company. You can check us here on YouTube, or I think we'll be on Facebook also. But yeah, we're just adding stuff to the studio, and thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we get some more views on this later. And we'll start sharing some cut downs of this and some more work. So stay tuned, and thanks for jumping in. We'll see you next time.